With the Astros off Thursday and the Cubs score already posted, time for candidate San Francisco to offer its rebuttal. Giants, you're on the clock. You get 9 innings. In San Diego, to be specific, Giants began the night a half game back of Houston. Barry Bonds wrapping up what's likely his MVP season, facing Adam Eaton. Grounded to Phil Nevin, gets through him. Edgardo Alfonso goes to third. Bonds heads to first. Next batter, JT Snow. And Snow gets good wood on that ball. Left center field, bounce off the wall. Jay Payton gets to it, and Payton's going to throw to second, which is a pretty good idea if there's someone at second. There is not. Alfonso and Bonds both score. Giants go up 3-1. Top 5 as Payton still looks for a cutoff man. 4-1 Giants. Bonds gets Eaton with 2 on, and that is high and it is deep, but it is not gone. Payton settles under it on the warning track. Eaton can breathe. Padres threatening in the 6th. Runners on the corners for Phil Nevin against Jerome Williams. But that is a 6-4-3 double play. Williams in his first start since July 30th because of elbow surgery wins 7 solid innings. 8th inning, Bonds hitless in the series, looking for a little magic, so he lets the baby touch his bat. That's the softer side of Barry, and you know what? It works. A grounder to second. Bonds legs it out for the infield single. He was 1 for 4. More importantly, Giants win. They've taken 6 of 7 on the road, and they're back into a tie atop the wild card standings.
Meanwhile, the Cubs in big trouble. Losers of 4 of 5 coming into Cincinnati, where the Reds' Adam Dunn was 1 strikeout away from equaling Bobby Bonds' single-season strikeouts record, and he does so in the 2nd against Mark Pryor, 189 strikeouts, tying the record set by Bobby Bonds in 1970. And in the 4th, he sets a new one, 190 Ks for Adam Dunn, new Major League record. 6th inning, Pryor absolutely dazzling. Strikes out Aaron Harang, and then Felipe Lopez, and finally D'Angelo Jimenez. Mark Pryor strikes out the side. He allowed 1 run on 3 hits in 9 innings. Bottom 6, Sammy. His 34th career home run, number 573, ties him with Harmon Killebrew for 7th on the all-time list. Top 7, Pryor's already gotten Adam Dunn twice. How about 3 times? Oh, why not? Pryor struck out 16, tied a career high. He walked just 1. Still top 7, Austin Kearns finally gets to Pryor, to left and gone, and we are tied up 1-1. Lots of drama in this game. Still tied. Top 9, runner on 3rd. We need a big defensive play here, Todd Walker.
Ground ball up the middle. Walker off balance throw. Low. Lee scooped it out and got it. A bang play retires Adam Dunn, and the Cubs survive the top of the 9th inning.
Todd Walker and Derek Lee combining for a nice one there. 2nd and 3rd in the 11th, Derek Lee walked to load the bases for the next batter, Michael Barrett. Everybody holding their breath, but Juan Padilla gets him. Cubs left 40 runners on in the 4-game series with the Reds, 12 in this game. They loaded the bases 3 times Thursday and didn't score. Here comes Kyle Farnsworth. Top 12, Adam Dunn on 3rd. Javier Valentin knocks it down the line. That's in there for a double. Dunn scores, and Cincinnati has a 2-1 lead, but the Cubs threaten in the home half of the 12th. 2 on, 2 out. Again, everybody holding its collective breath. Moises Alou, not deep enough. And the Cubs lose again. 2-1 to the Reds in 12. Chicago is sinking fast. They are in big trouble. In mid-September, the Cubs looked like they had the easiest road to the NL wildcard. They'd closed the month by playing 17 of 19 against teams with a losing record. Now, the Cubs won 10 of the first 12, but have suddenly just fallen off the face of the earth. They've dropped 5 of 7 to the Mets and Reds with a team batting average of .202 in those 7 games. What has happened?
A cumulative 40 games over 500. But this year's A's get an F in closing the deal. Oakland was just 11-16 this month as Thursday began, and out of first place for the first time in more than 7 weeks. Getaway day for Ichiro and the Mariners in Oakland with the right fielder, 2 shy of George Sisler's single-season hits record set back in 1920, 3rd inning. Mariners with runners on the corners for Ichiro. Takes this pitch to right field. Hit number 256 on the season is an RBI single. Ties the game at 1, and Ichiro now just 1 hit shy of Sisler. Bigger stakes for the A's, like winning the division. In the 3rd, 2 outs, Adam Melhuse on 1st. Mark Kotze drives it deep to left field. It's off the wall. Melhuse is humping it around 3rd. Jose Lopez, strong relay throw him home. Play at the plate. Melhuse slides in safely. Kotsay 2 for 4 in the game. Melhuse with a great slide to get his left hand on the plate just before he's tagged. Game tied at 1. Top 7. Ichiro 1 for 3. Another chance to tie Sisler.
Here comes the pitch on the way to Ichiro. Swung on line, drive into the gap in left center field. It will be caught out there by Eric Burns on the run.
Eric Burns, a big George Sisler fan, keeps Ichiro at 256. So he's 1 for 4 in the ninth, facing Octavio Dotel. Full count, 2 outs. Dotel, smoke him if you've got it. He does. Ichiro finished 1 for 5 on the day. Much more important business for the A's. Ninth inning, still tied for the rookie, Bobby Crosby.
Drive by Crosby, way back into left center field, and it is gone.
Bill King on the call. Crosby declares it go time, his 22nd of the year. Now that is September A's baseball. So the A's put the heat back on Anaheim. More on that in just a bit. As for Ichiro, he did reach one big league record, tying the mark for most hits in any 4-year span. As far as the single season hits mark, Ichiro will face the Rangers' Ryan Drese on Friday. He's 8 for 16 lifetime against it.
Now to the Angels. They will finish their season in Oakland this weekend, but first Anaheim in Texas, looking for its 6th win in a row. Bottom 2, this is Adrian Gonzalez. Knocks it into the outfield. They'll wave Mark Teixeira, and Gonzalez has given the Rangers a 1-0 lead. Top 4, here's your hero of the day. It's Vladimir Guerrero. Off Chris Young. Vlad's 37th is tied at 1. Vlad on fire. 12 for 17 in this series. 2-1 Texas in the 5th. They're loaded for Gonzalez. Off Dallas McPherson's glove. 2 runs will come in. And Texas has a 4-1 lead. Now all Chris Young has to do is make it stick. But when you're facing Vlad the Impaler, that can be a little dicey. Top 6, Guerrero again. Now Young's first pitch is down. Location, location, location. That's where they want it. His next pitch is up, and that's where they don't want it. There's why. Vlad's 2nd of the game, 38th of the year, and Anaheim is down 5-3. Guerrero 4 for 4. It's his second 2-homer game this week. 6-3 Texas in the game. David Eckstein to Gonzalez. Throws him out. That's a top play nominee. Gonzalez, the rookie, making his first start since April, and he gets a top play. Same inning. 2-on, 2 outs for Troy Gloss. Grounds into the fielder's choice, and Texas wins 6-3. They snap Anaheim's 5-game winning streak. The Angels and A's tied for the AL West lead. If the Rangers were voting for the AL MVP, it's likely that Vlad would win in a landslide. As we said, 12 for 17 in this series with 5 homers and 9 RBI. Guerrero hit .432 against the Rangers this season, getting a hit in all 18 games. So the Angels and A's in a dead heat atop the AL West. They will decide the division winner this weekend when they finish the season against each other in a 3-game series in Oakland. It starts with a couple of 17-game winners. Anaheim's Bartolo Colon, 11-4 since the All-Star break. He's up against Oakland's Mark Mulder. Mulder has struggled big time lately. He'll be taking his 7th shot at his 18th win. Astros and Giants in a tie for the top atop the NL wildcard. The Cubs are 1 game back. Now, Houston hosts Colorado this weekend. The Giants play at L.A., and the Cubs host the Atlanta Braves.
With that Giant win, the Dodgers' magic number to clinch the NL West remained at 2 when they started with the Rockies. We start in the 9th, tied at 1. Sean Green, 2 for 5 on the night. This would have been a big one in a 1-all game, but it is caught by Jeremy Burnitz, and we head to extra innings. In the 10th, here comes the freak. Eric Gagne trotting in a non-save situation. We didn't know that was allowed. 2 outs, runners on the corners for Burnitz, and that is a base knock to bring in Aaron Miles. Rockies go up 2-1. Gagne not at all pleased with himself. Bottom half of the inning, nobody out. Runners on the corners. Jason Worth at the plate. Worth 0 for 5 on the night, but this ground ball will bring in Antonio Perez. Game tied at 2. 2 batters later, 2 outs, runner on second. Adrian Beltre, the MVP candidate, robbed by Aaron Miles. Beltre can't believe it. We go to the 11th. Still 2-2, 1 on. David Ross hitting a .169, facing the sidewinder Steve Reed, and you are so not catching that. Walk-off shot. Ross's 5th homer of the season, first walk-off of his career. LA had 3 walk-off wins in this series alone. Jose Lima pitched 7 strong innings on his 32nd birthday, got a no decision, but a big win. Dodgers take a 3-game lead over the Giants with their 3-game series starting Friday. Suffering their first 4-game losing streak of the year, and Tony La Russa has a decision to make about his Game 1 playoff starter. Could it be Matt Morris? Well, he's 6 games over 500 at home, where Game 1 will be played. Nearly double the ERA on the road. ERA rising at home as well, just like this Keith Ginter shot. 3-run home run, 4-0 Brewers. Ginter's 18th of the year. In the 4th, Morris still pitching, still getting hammered. Scott Besednik with a man on. That's deep down the right field line. That'll leave the park as well. 2-run homer. Morris gave up 6 earned runs in 4 innings pitched. Brewers win at 7-6.
Turns out the white go-go boots Indians pitcher Kyle Denny was wearing Wednesday night may have prevented serious injury. Denny was dressed like a cheerleader as part of a rookie hazing ritual when he was shot in the right calf by a gunshot that came through the Indians bus on the way to the airport after a game at Kansas City. The bullet caused only a flesh wound, they think, because of the tough leather on the knee-high boot.
I heard a firecracker sound and, you know, kind of a little pinch in my my leg, but didn't think anything of it, and started tingling. Reached down, there's a hole in my boot, and blood on my hand. So I said, yeah, okay. So they kind of fiddled around with it a little bit and got the bullet out.
Do you think these go-go boots helped you a little bit?
I know they did. I absolutely not. I'm serious. They were probably up to my mid-shin, or and they were somewhat of the thick leather type stuff. And yeah, I mean, it went in just a little. I mean, not as far as I probably should have.
Indians trainers removed the bullet from Denny's leg while he was still on the bus. He was hospitalized overnight and then rejoined his team. The shooting occurred as the Indians bus was traveling along a highway ramp. Officials say the shooting appeared to be random. Police have no suspects. The Orioles hosting the Blue Jays on Thursday. Miguel Tejada racking up the RBIs, bottom 3. Here's Tejada. Doubles to right center, drives in 2 more. It's 4-3 Orioles. Tejada closing in on Vern Stevens' major league record for RBIs by a shortstop. He gets another one here in the 5th. Goes yard, his 33rd. He was 2 for 4, drove in 3. He leads the majors with 146 RBIs. So he's right back of Vern Stevens' 159 RBIs in 1949. The Orioles win the game 9-3. Miguel Tejada leads everybody, 146 runs driven in, with 4 games to go, all against the Red Sox. He has a chance to record the most RBI in a season 1 year after switching teams. Rogers Hornsby holds that mark with 149 in 1929. The AL Central champion Twins Thursday night would clinch the Yankees' 7th straight AL East title. They need something from Javier Vasquez. 1 win in his last 8 starts. Top 3. Torrey Hunter takes him the other way, his 23rd. Vasquez allowed 4 runs on 7 hits and 6 2/3. 2-2 in the 5th. Hideki Matsui. To center, we just saw Torrey Hunter with the bat. How about with the glove? He sticks the landing. I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to make that a top plane.
Do it.
Yeah, sure.
Do it.
Another look. Yankees are also looking for their 3rd straight 100-win season. Matsui helping out with a solo shot in the 7th. His 31st, tied it at 4. That is the 240th home run this season by the Yankees, tying their 1961 team record. Top 9, 2-on-2 out. Tom Gordon rings up Lou Ford, and the Yankees are out of a big jam. They need some dramatic heroics here. Bottom 9. Bernie Williams provides.
Matsui leads. The pitch swung on and drilled to deep left. That ball's high. It is far. It is gone. It's all over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
Boy, that Michael Kay is great, isn't he? Bernie's 21st. The Yankees clinch their 7th straight AL East Division title. 241 home runs. That's a new franchise record. They win it 6-4. They're champs.
This is fun. I mean, there's a lot of work goes into this. We're talking about 6 months of regular season plus spring training. We have one goal, to win the division, and it never gets old.
Well, it's a special day. I mean, that's when I think about Valentine's Day, when I committed to come to the Yankees, this is the #1 reason. And, I know we've won 7 years in a row, but this year we had to fight, and I'm proud of the way, although it's step 1 to where we want to go, we still fought long and hard for this.
Step 1 for the Yankees, 7 straight AL East titles. They also win 100 games for the 3rd year in a row, a feat only 4 other franchises have accomplished.
Top players are pretty much what we say they are, like Shaq on Regis and Kelly.
So you want to go into this new season with your new svelte look, right?
I want to be sexy, just like you.
Yeah, sexy.
I'm sexy. Number 9, Angels Rangers. David Eckstein to first. Adrian Gonzalez. Yo, Adrian, he did it. gets the out. And the Rangers snap the Angels' winning streak, 6-3.
So obvious. Number 8 Reds, Cubs, top 9. Go ahead, run at third, 2 outs.
Ground ball up the middle. Walker, off balance throw. Low, Lee scooped it out and got it.
Nice play.
Of course, if he was a Ranger, he'd be Walker, Texas Ranger.
Ah, there you go. But he's not.
Thanks for backing me up there. Number 7, Pittsburgh and UConn. Tyler Palco, Joe Pelsardo in the corner over the shoulder. Pittsburgh playing its first ever game in the state of Connecticut. Great catch, but they lost.
Hope they enjoyed the visit. Number 6, Blue Jays, Orioles. Hot shot up the middle, Miguel Tejada. Great play, and the guy had 3 more RBIs on Thursday to bring him to 146. Earning that big free agent dough.
Number 5, the Marlins and the Phillies, and Dontrelle Willis is about to get nasty.
Conine with a diving stab, and he gets it to Dontrelle, who barehands, and they got him. And
Willis with the agile play on the bare hand. He turns his ankle badly to get the out. A little dicey.
Yeah, not as dicey as you might think, though, because number 4, same game, same player, Dontrelle. Whoa! That may have turned the ankle even more. The D-train still chugging along, making a great grab, great spin as well.
It's all right, his next start is April. Twins, Yankees, number 3, Hideki Matsui, short center, Torrey Hunter. What's the story, Torrey? Great basket catch there by Hunter, but the Yankees win the AL East for the 7th straight time.
Number 2, same game, different player, tied at 4 in the bottom of the 9th.
Hung on and drilled to deep left. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. It's all over. The Yankees clinch. Burn, baby, burn. Yankees win. Ah! Yankees win.
Tell you, that Phil Rizzuto sounds great still. Mariners A's, Bobby Crosby. Here's Dave Niehaus. Oh.
To Tampa Bay. Pitch is swung on, and it's a deep left field. That's up to go. Fly away. It's over. The season comes down to a best 2 out of 3 series now for the Western Division Championship.